Hi, welcome to 886 Driving School. Today I'm going to show you a very common test route in Bolton for 8:10 in the morning or 3:30 in the afternoon. We're going to go through the test route and the common mistake the learner driver do. Now we park 2 streets away from the test center because we cannot enter the test center. It's busy. So once we get to the test center, I will let you know when your test will start. The test route will start. So when you're ready to drive on, we're just moving toward the test center. I will let you know when the test starts. We will come back to this road and I will explain this junction. What is the common mistake the learner driver do in this junction? End of the road, turn left. So we are in a Richton lane. At the roundabout we're going to turn right. The test center now on the right hand side of us, just in front of us. Now we're turning right at the roundabout. The test center will be on left. Your test will start from here. Most likely in this road, your examiner will tell you turn left, and then you will end up in the Watson Street. This Bolton Street has one school just where the car parked. So it's very busy. The car park on the right and on the left. The common mistake learner driver do, they go too fast. They will forget less space, less speed. This road, this bit you need to be very careful. It's very narrow, especially when an oncoming car coming, like this situation. If I can't go through, I just wait here. Let the car pass and I start driving. Now take the next road on the right. From Watson Street we're going to the Newport Road. The common mistake learner driver do here, they start to cut the junction, cut the corner, and they start turning too early. They forget they need to go onto the mirror level with the middle and then they start turning. This is the common mistake they do in this junction we just passed. Now, in Newport Road, most likely the examiner will tell you pull up on the left. You just check your mirrors. You pull up on a safe and convenient place. And the common mistake learner do, when the examiner says when you're ready, drive on, they forget to turn that signal off, so that signal is still working. And then they check around. They start moving, still the signal in left. So this is a common mistake. When you pulled up on the left, make sure you turn off your signal. Now, most likely the examiner will tell you take the next road on the left. So from Newport Road, we're going to the Parkfield Road. This junction, you need to be very careful. It's closed junction and it's very, very difficult to see. So you lean forward, peep and creep, keep going forward until you see the whole road. Once you see, save, progress. So we are on the Parkfield Road. At the end of the road, turn left to Bradford Road. The common mistake learner driver do in this junction, the car comes from the right and then they start driving toward the major road, which is they make their oncoming car to slow down or sometimes to stop for them. So that's the cause of failure in your test. You should not let the car slow down, stop or swerve from you. You only enter the major road when you see it's safe. We are on the Bradford Road. Now the bend will come just before the traffic light. The common mistake the learner driver do, in this bend, they drive toward the right. No, stay at your lane and 1 meter away from the curb and start driving. And this situation is just the bus came in front of us and I was aware of my right, overtook the bus, safe, and now We stop at the traffic light. So here in this traffic light, Bolton Street and the Crescent Road, most likely you're going to go ahead, and we will enter the Nelson Street now. This Nelson Street normally is okay. It's clear, usually not much traffic, except sometimes the car parked on the side and they make the road bit narrow, and at that situation you need to be aware of the oncoming car. Usually this road is okay, they don't make too many mistakes. So from the Nelson Street we drive in toward the roundabouts, the two famous roundabouts. They call Sainsbury roundabouts, or they're near the train station, so they call Sainsbury's roundabout, the famous in Bolton. At the roundabout we're going to turn right. The common mistake learner driver do in this roundabout, they position too much to the right, just direct to the roundabout. No, you position a little bit to the left, because you're going to go round the roundabout anyway. You're turning right, yes, but you need to go round the roundabout. So you turn right, you position on the right, you count your exit. This is the first exit, this is second exit. Change your signal, maintain left with the mirror check, nice and smooth, past the roundabout. Now we enter the Orlando Street. Orlando Street will have one bridge, which is the train goes underneath. After the bridge, Orlando Street will become one-way road. If you can see the blue sign on the left, most likely the examiner will say at the traffic light turn right. So it's one-way road. Always 3 to 4 car park on the right. So 1 meter away from the cars, you signal once you pass the bend, and then you position to the right, because you're turning right on the one-way road. Most common mistake learner do, they position on the left and they try to turn right, and that causes the failure in the test. Or at the traffic light, when this is a T junction, it just bent, it become a Y junction. So once your traffic light change to green, you need to turn and go. The common mistake learner do, they come on the middle of this junction, they stop, they check left and right, and then they start driving, which is this will cause the failure in your test. In green light you cannot stop, you need to go, because two sides they will stop and your light is green. Now we enter the Manchester Road, the famous Manchester Road in Bolton, which is Asda. We're just coming up. In this road, usually okay, the learner, they don't make too many mistakes. Now we just reached the Asda. We will pass the Asda traffic light on Manchester Road. Can you see the bus? It's signaling right. No, its hazard is on. Hazard light is on. So if the bus signal right, you may give them way. But at this situation, the bus has its hazard light on, so you don't need to worry. Now we're on Manchester Road, just off Asda. Continue driving. We just reached the Porsche garage, just on our left, and Mazda garage just on our right, Manchester Road. We're getting close to the traffic light, which has a petrol station. It used to be Shell petrol station, but now changed to Esso. Once we pass that petrol station, we're still on the Manchester Road. I will tell you what is the common mistake learner driver do on that road. We just passed the petrol station on Manchester Road, just near the cars pasties. In this road, usually is open and clear road. The learner driver goes too slow. When the road is wide and clear, you need to drive. There's no reason for you to go slower. You do not need to make traffic. You only may go slow if the traffic light ahead of you or roundabout or just a bend or road gets narrow. Otherwise, if you see your road is clear, you need to drive according to the speed limit. So when you need to go, you need to go. Don't misunderstand. I'm not saying drive fast. I'm saying when your road is clear and you can see road is open and there is no problem in the road, you need to drive according to the speed limit, which is many learner they confuse and they ask, for example, the 30-mile-an-hour road, do I have to continue driving 30 miles an hour all the time, or when do I need to slow down or go faster? So this question will come, I will explain in next videos. This is about progressing normal road driving. So when you need to go, you need to go according to the speed limit. It's just a little bit of traffic at this time. The time of I'm making this video a little bit busy, around 4 p.m. is heavy traffic. People finish work. Usually this road is clear and is open. Cycle lane has its lane and you have your lane. So we pass the Volvo garage on Manchester Road and we will reach the traffic light, which is most likely the examiner will tell you at the traffic light, turn right. The common mistake learner driver do here. Can you see it is keep clear? They stop on top of the keep clear, they know they were off the road marking. Or they go to the left and last minute they realize they're on the wrong lane and they try to change the lane. This is the most common mistake they do. In this Manchester Road, when you heard at the traffic light turn right, you just check your mirrors, position left of the center. If you get your position close to the road marking in the middle, you will automatically end up on the right hand lane. And be aware of the keep clear. So in Manchester Road, we're going to turn right to the green lane. Once we enter the green lane, there will be school on your left and the zebra crossing ahead. You need to be very careful, especially early morning. This zebra crossing will be very busy with the students and the parents, the dropping off the student to the school. So you need to be aware of that zebra crossing. Now we're on a green lane. The first mini roundabout will come ahead of us. The most common mistake learners do, they go too fast toward this roundabout. At the roundabout, follow the road ahead. You need to slow down. Check right. Use the blockers when it's safe. Pass the roundabout. Majority of learners, they just come too fast and they're not aware of the roundabout. Now we're still on the green lane. The second roundabout will come up just off Bishop's Road. This roundabout is open junction. There is no turn right, so no car will come from the right. The only oncoming car, if the signal right, will have priority. The common mistake learner driver do, they stop at the giveaway and they give way to the car on the left. Says you don't need to, you just slow down to go round the roundabout. If there's no car come ahead and nobody signaling right, there's no reason for you to stop. You continue driving. In a green lane, we're going toward the traffic light between Bradford Road and Green Lane traffic light. In this traffic light, most likely the examiner will tell you, follow the road ahead. So why I keep using most likely the examiner will tell you? Because on this traffic light, they might turn you right. They might take you to the right hand lane, to the Bradford Road, and take you from the back. So the test route sometime is unpredictable. Depend if it's traffic ahead and examiner knows it's a lot of traffic ahead, they might take you to the right. So most likely in this traffic light, you're going to go ahead. Still on the green lane. The green lane will have 3 mini roundabout. You need to be aware of the roundabout. I explained the first and the second. Now green lane, we're going toward the lever edge lane. So that the third roundabout will come up in a minute. This roundabout is very busy roundabout, which is you need to be very careful on this roundabout. The most common mistake learner driver do, they take too long in this roundabout to go and they miss too many opportunity. Because it's very busy roundabout and they miss too many blockers. For example, I'm coming to the roundabout. Now check right. Look at this van, he's going straight. So when he enter, you need to enter. He will block the car on the right. So many learners, they miss too many blockers and they take too long to go, and that will cause the failure in the test. If you miss too many opportunities, they will fail you. Now we are on a lever edge lane. The common mistake learner driver do in this road, they go way too slow. Yes, 30 miles an hour with road humps. At the road humps, you slow down. Once you pass the road humps, you need to speed up. You can see my road is clear. So once I pass the road humps, I speed up. Once I reach, I slow down. The learner driver in this road, they go way too slow. Sometimes they stop for the road humps. The road humps designed to slow you down. They're not designed to stop you. Leverage lane. Now we are going to turn right to the higher swan lane. Take the next road on the right. The common mistake learner driver do in here, they don't enter the hash marking. Can you see the hash marking? You may need to enter the hash marking if it's safe. Since many of learner, they don't enter and they keep right. Can you see? I enter the hash marking. The car could pass aside of me and ahead of me, so I did not block the road. Majority of the learner, they block the road there. They don't go to the hash marking. Now we are on a higher swan lane. This road usually is okay unless a heavy vehicle or the big vehicle they come, which is to make the road a little bit narrow. In general, this road is okay. Just learner driver need to be careful on the car on the left, so they don't get too close to the cars. We're still in a higher swan lane, and then a bend will come up. If you use sat nav in your test, the sat nav will tell you turn right, and the examiner will tell you, look, it's not a turn right, it's just a bend. Follow the road ahead. So what you do, you just bring your speed down, follow the road marking in the middle. Can you see the white road marking? Just follow it, and you will pass the bend. Majority of the learner, most common mistake they do in this bend, they stop, they start signaling right. Very, very dangerous. You stop on the bend. Now that will cause the failure on test. On that bend, just follow the road marking in the middle. You do not need to signal or stop. You may need to slow down. And here at the traffic light, we are on Bridgeman Street. We're going to turn right to the High Street. Now we are on High Street. The roads get really narrow here, especially there is some mechanic shops and always the toads on the roads. So you need to be very careful here. Once you pass the difficult side of the road, you continue driving. So we're on a high street. Now a bend will come up. You need to be aware of this bend, which is turned toward the Liver Street. Now on a high street, we are entered to the Liver Street. It's just a bend, and most likely the examiner will tell you turn right, and you will go to the Rupert Street. So from Liver Street, you will turn right to the Rupert Street. This Rupert Street, usually when schools are open, very busy, especially early morning, the tests. Is a lot of students and their parents on this road. So you need to be very careful, and it become very narrow, and a lot of the car park on the left or right. So you need to be very careful on this road. And end of this road, it will become a bend. If you look ahead, if you can see the road sign, it says no entry. So your road going to the left toward the Division Street. Majority of learner driver, they're not aware of the road sign and they try to go straight, and the examiner will use the brake if he has a due control, and will tell you drive toward the left. It's just a bend, there's no entry. So you need to be careful on that bend. And then at Division Street, they will tell you at the end of the road, turn left to the Richton Lane. This junction is a little bit narrow. So when the line comes under the mirror, if I start turning my wheel, I will hit the curb. So I need to go a little bit forward and then start turn my wheel. At the roundabout, turn right. So we're near the test center. This is a roundabout between Richton Lane and Watson Street, and the test center is just ahead of us. Now is on our left. An examiner will tell you turn left to the test center, and your test will end here.